Alright, what's up everybody? Dave again from TMG. Today I'm going to showcase the second vehicle in my fleet. So as you can see, my wife's Prius is sitting here. Back behind that is the Mini. So I just got stopped. Someone drove by and wanted to tell me how much they appreciated the car. So anyways, as I was saying, wife's Prius. Right back there's the Clubman. This. So what you're looking at here is a 1997 Subaru Vivio Bistro. So I picked this up about a week ago, and Monday. Today is actually Saturday, so almost a full week. So this is in stock form from my understanding. And I haven't done anything to it but put some miles on it, put some gas in it, and filled the tires up. But we're going to do stuff to it. So I will say when I bought it, this damage was already here. So I'm currently looking for a replacement on this. I was going to knock it out, but I noticed the creasing, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get that smooth enough. So if I can find somebody who actually has a replacement, I'm just going to replace that part. As for here, I believe I can knock that out and get it almost perfect. Not saying it's going to be perfect. I'm not a body guy, but almost perfect. I could drop it off at a body shop and see if they can take care of it, but you know how we do on this channel. We try and take care of things ourselves. So I'll bring you around to the driver's side, which is the right-hand side on this vehicle. So again, from what I understand, pretty much stock in form. Vinyl, leather interior. I'm sure it's pretty much all vinyl actually. The seats are in really good shape. It's got the OEM floor mats. I have a charger for my phone plugged in, and I have a little mount for my phone, but that's it. But this has, in kilometers, 99,786 kilometers, which equates roughly to about 62,000 miles. It does have a Sony Explode deck in it, double den deck, and I believe that's like a Japanese version. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it looks like online. However, it doesn't work. It powers up the screen. If you apply pressure with your finger on the screen, the LCD will work. But yeah, it doesn't have an aux output or a USB, so I'm going to get rid of that. But again, the interior's in really good shape. It has some oil. I need to do an oil change on it. And then we'll come over here. I'll pop the trunk. Now, I don't know about these speakers. I'm assuming these are not factory original, but I have no idea. I wish they had some grill covers on them. That's the one thing I do wish, and I do hope to find. Otherwise, maybe I'll 3D print some. I'm not sure. I guess once I get a deck in it and make sure everything works, I'll go from there. But I mean, they look like they're factory wired. I don't know. Down inside here is, of course, the spare tire, jack, and in that bag is a set of jumper cables. So everything's tucked nice and neat down in there. So we'll go ahead and shut that. Now on the top, there is, over here when you come over to the left-hand side of the car, there's this here, which again, I haven't even washed this car yet, but I think that's blistered. I don't believe that's going to come off. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's blistered into the paint. So that, I might have to see if I can clay bar or whatever. I don't know. But it has these, I'm assuming these are factory because they say Vivio on them. So I'm assuming that's factory setup. Factory BBS wheels. These tires do need to be replaced. They are very, very weather checked and cracked. So I'm going to look at some tires for this car. But yeah, so it's got tags for when it had its most recent inspection. Here in Michigan, you don't have to have inspections done, but those tags are from what looks like last year. I did notice, so I bought this from a dealership or a car lot here in the Detroit area. I did notice that the title was in Pennsylvania. However, I found this vehicle, this exact vehicle, in a YouTube video, and it was a Florida, it was like a auction place, and they were auctioning off the vehicle. So I know it came from Florida at least, you know, a year or so ago, which is what the video was. But the title is Pennsylvania, so I don't know if the person bought it that was in Pennsylvania. How it ended up in Michigan, I'm not sure. All right, so hood's open, and now you get to see the beautiful Subaru Clover 4 engine. So this one here, oh, I'd have to look and see. Does anybody know Japanese? I believe if I remember, it's like 660 cc's. It is supercharged. Right down there is a supercharger. And that does not mean it's fast, guys. It's not. It's slow as dog shit. But it is such a cool car. I just noticed that this grill has a crack here. And here, actually, this whole piece looks like it's broke. So this looks like maybe, oh yeah, there's a little bit of a bend here. So I'll have to knock that out, and then maybe I can support this properly, because it looks like when I shut the hood, it gets pushed in. So I'll have to get that bent back out, and then we'll get that re-secured properly. But yeah, I haven't done an oil change on it yet. That is my plan to do in the next couple days. I'll get a video of that when I do. But yeah, it's such a neat car. And it's going to be fun to work on. This is the intercooler for the supercharger. So, because this is a Roots supercharger, the throttle body is underneath the air filter. And that means that the supercharger is after the throttle body. So, there's no way to put like a blow-off valve or anything on it, because the supercharger runs after the throttle plate. So, you have the air filter, the throttle plate, the front of the supercharger comes out and goes into the intercooler, and then into the engine itself, right into the intake. So if you were unsure of how Roots superchargers work, that is how. One other thing I wanted to add, this hood scoop is functional. Because it actually, you see with my hand, you see the sun coming through, it blows right down onto the intercooler. Now, flip side of that, this thing makes like 60 horsepower. So we're not grabbing big gains by any means. But yeah, guys, there it is. So 1997 Subaru Vivio Bistro. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Let me know what you think we should do. I do have an appointment to tint the windows this week, or I should say next week. Again, it's Saturday, so next week. My plan is to do what I always do on my vehicles, which is limo back, and the front windows I'm going to do 20 or 25%. I think 20%. So 20%, and then whatever it is, 5% or whatever they consider it, all the way back. I'm not touching the windshield. I never want to tint my windshields. But that's my plan. Tint it. I do have a deck coming in, not a factory, but another doubled-in deck coming in. It's just a cheap one. I don't really care as far as the deck, because I use my phone anyways. But I need something to plug my phone into. So I do have one coming in. I'll try and get that put in next week as well. And I just noticed this. That says STI. I've never noticed that. Huh. Take a look under here real quick. It does appear to be a chrome exhaust. A chrome muffler, at least. That is interesting. But that's pretty damn cool. So yeah, guys, so let me know, what do you think we should do? I will say now, I'm not going to necessarily bastardize this car. I really don't want to do that. And I'm not going to motor swap it. But do you think we should like get some paint work done? Do you think we should wrap it? Do you think, what, you know, should we lower it? I mean, I don't know what the options are for this vehicle out there, but definitely interested in considering some options. You guys let me know what your opinion is, and we'll go from there. Thanks again, as always, for swinging by. Like and subscribe if you have any questions. Again, like I said, leave those down below. But I will be doing some videos when I do like the oil change, if we do spark plugs, anything else on it, just to bring you guys along for the whole ride. Anytime we do any maintenance work, upgrades, changes, etc., you guys are going to be involved as always. Same thing with the Clubman. If I decide to do anything to that, I'll probably tint the windows in it, to be honest with you. But we'll figure that all out down the road. You guys take care. We'll see you on the next video.